I've come out for a solo 2-night trip. Went deer stalking, found a deer and managed to film that as well. Found a massive cave up in the cliffs, practiced some primitive skills, started a fire with a striker. So much stuff has happened. This is not an episode that you want to miss. If you're new to the Alpine Nomad channel, I make outdoor adventure videos, from basic car camping all the way through to hiking into remote places, with fishing, hunting, bushcraft and survival. If that's the kind of thing you're into, be sure to subscribe. I make new content every 2 to 3 weeks. Which way are you going, buddy? Fox, sneaky guy. They're doing a planned burn at the moment on this road and around this area in a pretty large patch of bush, and looks like the road is still open, which is good. Oh, look at that. That's a bit of fire. Looks like nobody's here. I just spotted an eel. Oh, there he is. Give him a little tickle. So cool. Off he goes. So I'm going to set up the fishing rod and see if I can catch that eel that I saw before. I'll give him a little bit of steak and see if I can catch him. It's been about half an hour now. Go check if that eel's had a bite. Ah, the eel did strike. Took my hook. Let's go back, try again. He just got my second bait. I've now fed this eel quite a lot of steak and he owes me. Oh, he's a big one. A monster. Oh my god. Took the hook again. That's crazy. That's the third time now. It only takes him 5 minutes to take my bait. Actually took my hook again, but the thing was massive. I couldn't even reel it in with this small reel. The reel wouldn't turn. I've got to try and do something different. He's biting the hook off, so maybe I've just got to pull him in a bit quicker. I might try some heavier line. I've got some supplies in my backpack. Gonna head out, do some exploring, bit of fishing, look for cast antlers on the ground, and then just do a little bit of bushcraft. I'm gonna see if I can just get a fire going with the ferro rod, and then just have a look around. Absolutely love this place. Something magical about it. Completely alone, no one around. Makes you wonder why no one's here when there's scenery like this. Just got honked by a deer, probably up on that hill, which is really strange because it's from the direction of my camp, so that deer must have been just above my camp. Just found the deer prints, so now putting two and two together, that honk that came from over there was probably the deer that was just here, I'd say, overnight. So looking at the prints, they're pretty fresh. You can see basically the two toes, that's the back. It's come down here at some stage for a drink and headed back that way. And I've probably upset it on its way back up to its bed. Gonna go for a sneak around in the bush now, since I heard that deer. See if I can maybe get a little bit of elevation, get out of these trees and hopefully spot it. That's fairly fresh. More fresh sign. It's definitely walked along this track on its way to its bed, which is usually up higher in the thick stuff. There's also a larger deer poo here as well, so it suggests that this one here, it's not the biggest poo, it's probably just a hind. When you're trying to work out how old the deer poo is, you have to take into account the environment. Like today is already pretty warm, it's meant to be 28 today, so it's going to dry out really quick. Whereas if it's the middle of winter and it's wet, just moisture in the air, it can look like it's fresh for like a week. And the strategy that I'm using right now is very low chance of success because it's thick. There's no way I can sneak up on the deer. I'm also following it, which is harder. It's easier to ambush one or to run head into one. Also, the wind is going in the direction of the deer that I'm chasing, so almost certainly would have just left the area. But the one thing about deer hunting, it can be completely unpredictable, so I just never give up when it's not looking good because you just never know what will happen. Just found the craziest cave. It's massive. Never seen anything like it around here. I'm gonna try and get up there. That is amazing. I've never seen anything like that. It's so cool. I wonder if the Aboriginals of this area used caves like this, or perhaps even this one. Oh, that's crazy. I think a wombat's living in there. It's a bit of wombat poo. So that wombat's just dug out under these rocks where he can to have his little home. Pretty good spot. Can't even tell how far that goes. Oh my god, I just realised on the roof there's the remnants of a beehive. All honeycomb. That is crazy. Actually, no, paper wasps. I'm not going to mess with them. Don't want to get stung out here and then have to try and climb down. That's crazy. I'll probably just make my way back along this ridge line and then back down to the water and do some fishing. Just going to make my way along this little game trail. This game trail is looking nice and clear, easy to walk along. Just put up a deer. It's a little, probably a yearling I'd say. Just ran away. Didn't go far. I'll try and sneak along a bit further. It's so unpredictable. I was talking before. The deer didn't even care. Didn't move. So bizarre. And I'm also going back over ground that I covered, but I'm at a higher elevation. So yeah, they're totally unpredictable. You never know. The young ones are often silly enough to hang around. They don't know better. I can't really get there quietly, so we'll just see what happens. Got to get through all this stuff. Can't see him. I can hear him moving though. This is where he would have been bedded. See his little prints. He's jumped up. Run away. Heading back now. It's getting a bit thick and difficult and a bit steep. This is a classic deer rub. Male deer rub their antlers on trees when they're in velvet and hasn't been touched in a while. You can also see there's a breech tree over here. You get some overhanging branches or leaves, generally about 2 to 3 metres above. And under that you'll find a patch of ground that's been trampled. Just like this. There's a very old print just there. So the deer, male deer, stamp and wee onto that dirt, rub their antlers in it, and then they'll reach up and rub it on those leaves to carry the scent a bit further. This is a pretty old one, hasn't been touched in a while. You can see some more deer rubs over here too. basically from these vines. I reckon that'd make great tinder, so I'm going to take some of that. Casty. Hello. That's not the best example, but I'll take it. That's pretty cool. Love to find a cast antler. It doesn't happen very often. So yeah, this one would be just bordering on 2 years old, I guess. Like, or maybe even a little older. Start out as a single spike, and they start to get the brow tines and the fork at the top. He's just starting to develop those forks. The next year he'd have a bit of a crab claw at the end. So that's a pretty young one, but stoked to find him. That's awesome. Well, I'm fed now. I've had my hot cross buns. Time to put this fire out, and I'll head back to camp and think about what to do next. This is Caprosma. Well, I call it Caprosma. It's probably not even that. It's a really oily, herby leaf. Grows all over the place. Great for smoking stuff. Nice flavour too. Looks like almost might be a sunset tonight. See. Got the red light on so I don't spook the eels. Gonna have another crack. See if I can actually catch one this time. Got the handrail. Got some tasty steak, Scotch fillet, which is their favourite. And we'll see how we go. Nothing's happening. Oh, here we go. Got him. Got him, he's a good one. Well, I've actually hooked him in the mouth for once. Awesome. Look at him. You're not going anywhere, buddy. Oh. God, lively. Alright. So good at getting away. We'll have to get the knife into him. Crazy critter. Look at him. That was exciting. Didn't even have the camera facing the right way, but look at this slime. Unbelievable. Now we've got the bright torch and we'll just suddenly shine it and see if there are any eels. Oh, that's a big fish. Is that a trout? Okay. Oh, I don't know what it is. Crazy. This is what you call spotlighting for fish. New sport. Well, I woke up this morning and feels like I got razor blades in my throat when I swallow. The family have been sick, so looks like I'm finally getting it. But yeah, I'm just going to get up and make some breakfast, coffee, pack up and hit the road.